And we're going to start with our squats. So I'd like you to come to standing. We'll take our feet a comfortable distance apart. Chest is going to be lifted, abs are braced. And then we'll slowly push those hips back and down. And we'll slowly ease back up again. So just nice low squats to start with. Really focusing on that squeeze through the legs, keeping the chest lifted, abs braced hard. Okay, we've got 3 to go. Last one. Okay, then we're going to come into a roll down. So we've got the chin to the chest, our arms and shoulders are heavy. We're just going to roll as far down towards the floor as we can. And we'll slowly roll back up to standing. And we'll just repeat that. So we'll slowly roll back down. Roll back to standing. Last roll down. We're going to come back into another little squats, but this time I'm going to take the hands to the floor. We'll walk the hands out into our plank position. So either on the knees or toes. Hands slightly wide, we've got a few press ups in. Last one. Then we'll walk those hands back towards our squats. And we'll come up from the squats. And there's a few more. I'm going to say the word again, squats, to finish our warm up off with. Last one. Awesome. So you should be feeling nice and warm and ready to go. Okay, so we'll need our band for the first round. So we'll grab hold of our band. Let's step on it. We're going to take hold of the handles if we can. We're going to bring them up. So chest height. Feet comfortable distance apart. We're going to go into some super slow squats. So we keep the shoulders pulled back, abs are braced. We sink those hips back and down. Going super slow. So keep that squeezing the legs. Going as low into the squat as we feel we can. Pause at the bottom. We're going to drive through the feet, back up to standing. So it's super slow on the way down. Trying to keep that chest lifted, sinking those hips back just as low as we feel we can go. Pause at the bottom where we keep that squeezing the legs. We drive back to the top. And let's repeat. Now if we're not able to hold the band up by the chest, we can hold it low. 2 to go. The last one. So keep it slow. Then you can have a rest. If you need to release the band, like I said, if we need to, with those squats, it's feeling too hard to keep the band held high, we can hold it low. We can hold it in each hand, hold it a little bit further down the band. But we're just concentrating on the range of our squat, keeping it nice and slow the whole time. We're going to do 2 more rounds just like that. A lot of time under tension in these sets. I'll pick that up in a minute. Okay, set 2. So either handles wherever they feel comfortable, either together, either one in each hand, either low or either high. Whatever felt good to you. Those feet that same distance apart. Chest is lifted, shoulders drawn back. We sink those hips back and down, nice and slowly. Keeping that squeezing the legs as we do. We're going to hold that squeeze at the bottom. And we drive back to the top. And we repeat. So that band is trying to pull us down quicker. We're keeping it nice and slow. Nice steady pace. Squeezing those legs the whole time. Two reps to go. One more. Then we can rest. If you need to, give those legs a little shake. We've got a third and final set of those to come in a moment. But we're going to enjoy that recovery first. You guys doing brilliantly. These are tough. So they're keeping us under tension the whole time. And we're trying to resist that pull from the band. It's really easy just to let the chest get pulled forwards, because that's where the band's pulling from. We're also trying to keep those shoulders pulled back best we can. That's going to help keep that chest lifted. We focus on that nice brace as well through the rest of the core. A little longer recovery. We've got our third and final sets. Okay. Are we ready? Third and final round. We'll grab hold of the handles again, take them wherever it feels comfortable. Feet at the same distance apart. Chest is lifted as we raise. We try and keep those shoulders pulled back as we sink down into our squats. As low as we feel we can, keep that squeeze in the legs. Let me drive those feet to the floor. So we're trying to keep the logo on the t-shirt lifted, so if someone stood in front of you, they'll be able to read it. That's good. 3 to go. One more. And then we can rest. We can step off the band for a moment. Get those arms up, shake. Okay. Legs have got a bit more work to do. So we're going to step on the band. Handles can either be crossed or uncrossed. We're going to stand tall. Feet hip width apart to start with. Handles are at the hips. And we bend the legs, so we're in a little bit of a squat position. And take a step out to the side. We'll bring the other foot in under the hip. We take the outside foot back. We bring it in, we step out. Foot in, then we take that outside foot back. If I turn this way, so I step out, bring the other foot under the hip, step back, in, out, in, back, and in. Yeah? So we're going to repeat that a few times on each side. We're trying to keep the chest as lifted as possible while we're in that squat position. So legs are bent, so we're keeping, again, more tension in the legs, keeping that chest lifted, shoulders pulled back. And the feet don't come any closer than hip width apart. Okay, let's go. So we take a step out, other foot comes in under the hip, we step back, forwards, out, and then we bring that foot back in. One more time each way. And you can rest. And if your glutes are anything like mine, they are working hard. They are on fire. Burning, burning, burning. So glutes, abductors, adductors are all working there. Help strengthening through the hips. We've got another 2 rounds just like that. So we get those glutes, abductors, adductors really firing by the 3rd round. Okay, set 2. So again, either the bands are crossed, uncrossed, hand on each hand, we draw them up to the hips. We're going to bend those legs. Chest stays lifted, shoulders stay pulled back. We step 1 foot out, foot comes under the hip, step back, in, and then out again. So always that outside foot that we take back. Again, feet don't come any closer, then hip width apart. Fantastic work, everyone. One more time to each side. And then we can release. Give those legs a little shake if we need to. Oh, right in there. Nice, mine is definitely working. I can feel that. So we've got one more round of those to come. We enjoy the recovery first. Okay, about 30 seconds, then we'll start the final round. So we'll get set up again, handle in each hand, either crossed, uncrossed, bring those hands up to the hips, get that tension in the band, bend the legs, and then let's go. So we step out, bring the foot under the hip, step back, and we do the same thing, going out the other side. Keep that chest lifted, those abs braced. We've got 2 more on each side. Then we can release the band. And we can give those legs a little shake. Oh yeah, my glutes have definitely worked there. Whew. That is tough. And grab a drink anytime you need it. Okay, next up, We've got some pike press ups, so we did those last week. We're going to do them again this week. Pike press up means we're basically in down dog position, and as you can elevate your feet. So, hands go fairly wide, the hips are lifted. Then we're going to bend the arms, bring our head down towards the floor, and push back up again. Trying to keep that nice strong core brace as well, so we're not round to the back. Our option, if we've got somewhere we can lift the feet so the hips are a little higher, and that's going to put a bit more weight into the upper body, which is going to make it a little bit more challenging. 8 reps, 3 sets. So pick your option. You can start with on the floor and then change it round. So we've done it hands wide, not too wide, because that make it really, really difficult and a bit unstable on the shoulders. So just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Either feet are on the floor, or we can elevate the feet. We take the hips up, and then we lower the head and drive back up. And then after 8, we can have a rest. Some recovery time. We'll go for round 2. They're quite tough, aren't they? Okay, we're going to go for set 2. Once again, we're going to take those hands just outside shoulder width apart. We'll lift the hips. Then we'll bend those arms, bring the head down towards the floor, and push it back up. And I'll generate again, you can rest. We've got one more set of those. One more round. Are you ready for the final set of those? Yeah? Okay. So again, feet back, hands just outside shoulders. And we lift the hips. And bend those arms, head towards the floor. And push back up. And once it's done, all right, we can rest. Give the arms and shoulders a little shake. And then we'll make our way up to standing. We're going to take the band under one foot, and then we're going to keep that foot back while we're in a split stance. We're going to have a handle in each hand. No start yet, just watch. And then we're going to drive the handles up. And good. So we start a little wide. We're going to lift the handles up, bring them close as we do, trying to squeeze into the chest as we come forwards. We'll do it with this foot back first, and then we'll change around to the other foot for the second round. But split stance, so we bend that front leg. Here we've got a slight lean forwards, hands a little bit away from the side of the body. We're going to try and keep the arms straight, and then we're going to lift up, bring the handles almost together, and then back down. We're really trying to focus on that squeeze into the chest as we do. Two to go. So we can step back. And then do the same thing in a moment after some recovery with the band under the other foot. So it's a bit of a band fly with these, squeezing that chest, keeping those arms straight as we do, working a bit more into the pec minor, but still getting a bit of a squeeze to the pec major as well. But I know you all didn't want to do another set of press-ups to hit the chest. So mixing it up today. So again, band under the back foot, split stance, front leg slightly bent, hands a little bit away from the side of the body, stand tall, and we lift those arms up and bring them slightly closer as we come forwards. Two to go. So the last one. And we can rest. Give those arms a little shake. Okay. Next up, we're going to move into some lateral raises. We're going to go single arm at a time. So what we're going to do is we'll loop the band under one foot. So there's a bit more tension on the handle that comes around the inside of the foot. Feet slightly split, standing tall, and we're going to bring the handle up to shoulder height. So that's the one we want tension on, and we'll do the same thing on the other side in a moment. So we'll take the band under the right foot, a little bit more tension on the handle that comes around the inside of the foot. So the handle's in the left hand, left foot slightly back, standing tall. Then we're going to lift the handle up and as close up to shoulder height as we feel we can. One more on this side. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So band under the left foot, right foot slightly back. More tension on that handle that's in the right hand. And we lift out to shoulder height, keeping that strong core brace. Last one. And rest. Another round of those on each side. So enjoy the recovery. Okay. Last round of these ones. So again, feet slightly split, band under the right foot, more tension on the handle in the left hand, and we lift it up and out to shoulder height. Keep that chest lifted, abs braced. Two to go. Last one. And we'll change sides. Same thing, band on the left at this time, more tension on that right handle. Standing tall, lifting that handle up to shoulder height. We've got one to go. Then we can rest. Then we give those arms a little shake. Little bit of recovery time. We're gonna hit the back next. A little bit of back work. Just a little. We'll do a little combo on this one. So, in a moment, don't start yet though. We're going to do one row and then one reverse raise. So, the difference on these, on the row, the elbows stay narrow, back towards the hips, squeezing the shoulder blades in. When we come down, one reverse raise, we take the elbows wide, squeezing the shoulder back. So we're going to do a combination there, so we hit the lats, then the rear delts, lats, rear delts. But both, we want to focus on squeezing those shoulder blades together. On the rows, elbows back towards the hip and up. On the rear delt bit, elbows are wide as we bring them up. So we can settle down, we can either cross the handles uncrossed depending on how the tension feels. If it's too much of them crossed but not enough uncrossed, just grab a little further down on the band. We hinge forward from those hips, keeping the chest lifted, abs are braced. We drive the elbows back towards the hips and up, squeezing those shoulder blades in. Then we come down. We're going to take the elbows wide this time, squeezing those shoulder blades together as we do. Back down, then we go back to the row. So we just alternate. So it's a little combo, one row, one rear raise. Two more of each to go. And we can rest. So we can give the arms and shoulders a bit of a shake. We've got a second round of those. Only 2 rounds though. So we've done one more to go. Okay. We ready for round 2? Last round of these. So yeah, feet come to distance apart, either cross or uncross with the band. We'll hinge over, one row, one reverse raise. Two reps of each to go. And we're done with those. We can lose the band. Give those arms a little shake. We've just got a little stretch to finish with. So we'll start off. We'll release those arms and shoulders and back. So we're going to interlace the fingers. We're going to turn the palms away from us. We're going to push the hands away from the chest. Just rounding the upper back slightly as we do. So you get a nice stretch through the back of the body. And we'll gently ease out and relax the arms. Give the shoulders a bit of a stretch now, so we'll bring the right arm across the body. We're going to bring the left arm under it, wrap it around and just ease the right arm in a little bit closer. And we'll gently release, we'll do the same thing, go on the other side. And release. We'll bend one leg slightly, we'll bring the other heel up behind us, grabbing hold of the ankle, drawing it in. So knees together, hips tucked under, we're standing nice and tall, so hold your arms and come out, whatever you need to help you balance. And then we can release. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And then we can release. One last stretch. We're going to take a nice deep breath in as you're going to sink into a little bit of a squat. And we're going to come out of the squat, circling the arms overhead. Now as we breathe out at the top, we can just relax the shoulders and circle the arms back and down. We'll do that one more time, nice deep breath. As you breathe out, just relax your shoulders and circle your arms back and down. Awesome work, guys.